Now let's take the next operation. The next operation of matrix is called the multiplication of matrices. Okay, so here we have the two friends Raman and Param. So they gone to a shop, okay, to purchase 2 pens and 7 notebooks, and Param purchases 5 pens and 11 notebooks. And the cost of one pen is rupees 6 and the one notebook is 30. Now we have to find out that what the total expenditure of them, that is how much amount they spend on purchasing. Okay, so we have to make a matrix of this information, that this information we have here. Okay, so let's take 2 pens and here we have 5 pens, so here we are taking pens. Okay, and here I am taking notebook of both 7 and 11. Here I am taking, this is the information of Raman and this is the information of Param. Okay, so I am getting a matrix of order 2 by 2 here. Okay, so it means that Raman has purchased 2 pens and 7 notebooks, Param purchased 5 pens and 11 notebooks. And now what are the cost? So here I am taking the cost. Okay, the cost of one pen is 6 rupees and the cost of one notebook is 30 rupees. Okay, so this is the cost. So the order of this matrix I have taken as 2 by 1. Okay, so now we want to find out that what will be the total cost, okay, to Raman. So that is how much money Raman has expended on purchasing 2 pens and 7 notebooks. So the cost of one pen is rupees 6. Okay, that is the cost of one pen. So I am writing here pen, and this is the cost of notebook. Okay, so I have to multiply 2 by 6 because 6 is the cost of one pen. Okay, so 6 multiplied by 2 is 12. And then I have to multiply 30 by 7 because 30 is the cost of one notebook. Okay, and Raman has purchased 7 notebooks. Okay, so I am writing here this in this way, 2 into 6, and here I have 7 into 30. Okay, 7 into 30. So what I am getting? Okay, let's do it, then further we'll talk about it. So the Param has purchased 5 pens and the cost of one pen is 6. So 6 multiplied by 5, I am writing here 5 into 6. Okay, and then Param purchased 11 notebooks and the cost of one notebook is 30. So 11 multiplied by 30. So that is, I am getting here 2 6 are 12 plus 7 3 are 21, that is 210, 5 6 are 30, 11 3 are 33, that is 330. So here we have 12 plus 210 will become 222. Okay, and this will become 360. Okay, and the order of this matrix is 2 by 1. So what we are seeing here, that in this multiplication, okay, the first we are multiplying this row. This is the row. This row belongs to Raman. Okay, the information of Raman is multiplied by this cost. So cost we are taking as column. Okay, so 2 is multiplied by 6. I am writing here 2 into 6. Then 7 multiplied by 30 I am writing here, and then I am adding because that is the total cost. So this information in row is multiplied by column. So 2 multiplied by 6 plus 7 multiplied by 30 I am writing here. Similarly, the information of Param, okay, 5 pens and 11 notebooks, that is multiplied by this column. So 5 multiplied by 6 here, and then plus 11 multiplied by 30. I am writing plus here because I have to find out the total cost. Okay, so in this way I am getting that Raman has expended rupees 222. This is the Raman. Okay, so Raman is Raman cost to Raman is rupees 222 total cost, and the total cost to Param is rupees 360. Okay, so you are saying that in this multiplication, what we are saying here, that the order of this matrix and the order of this matrix, in these two orders, just check out what is happening here, that the number of columns of this, okay, number of columns of this first matrix is equal to the number of rows of this second matrix. Okay, so when you want to multiply two matrices, okay, A matrix multiplied by B matrix, then you have to see that the number of columns of first matrix should equal to the number of rows of second matrix. Then these two matrices can be multiplied only. Okay, so here these two are same, so these two should be same. Okay, the number of columns of first matrix should equal to the number of rows of the second matrix. Okay, then we can multiply only. Okay, and then how we have to multiply? That the first row is multiplied by this first column. The corresponding elements are multiplied and then they are added. Okay, so that is, we are finding the sum of the product of the corresponding elements of first row and first column. 2 multiplied by 6 plus 7 multiplied by 30. Similarly, second row is multiplied by first column. 5 multiplied by 6 plus 11 multiplied by 30. We are getting it here. Okay, so and then we are getting the resultant matrix of these two. Okay, we are getting the matrix C here. So what are the resultant matrix here? So resultant matrix we are getting here 2 by 1. The order of that matrix is 2 by 1. So here we have this one, 2 is the number of rows and 1 is the number of columns here. So these remaining two will be the order of the product of these two matrices, 2 by 1. So similarly here, matrix A multiplied by matrix B, order of this is m by n, this is n by p. So the order of the matrix of their product will be m by p. Okay, I hope that this is clear to you. So we'll take one more questions now. Now let's take this example. So here we have the two matrices A and B. We have to multiply both of them. So let's check first whether they can be multiplied or not. So the order of this is 2 by 2. Okay, it has 2 rows and 2 columns, and the order of this is 2 rows and 3 columns. So here what are you seeing? That the number of columns of matrix A is equal to the number of rows of matrix B. So that is, they can multiply. Okay, they should be same. Okay, they are same here, so we can multiply them. So here we have to write them. Okay, then we have the second matrix. Okay, so now how we have to get their product? Okay, so you have to take the rows of this matrix. Okay, the first row is 6 and 9, it has 2 elements, and you have to multiply it by columns. Okay, the columns of this matrix. So let's take the product here. Okay, so we have to multiply first row by first column, their corresponding elements. So 6 multiplied by 2, 6 into 2, then plus 9 multiplied by minus 7. Okay, so that will be the first element of this product. Then now we'll take the second column of the second matrix. Okay, now we'll take the second column. This is the second column, first row and second column. The first row and second column element will come here. So we have to multiply 6 into 5. Okay, their corresponding element, 6 multiplied by 5, 6 into 5, plus 9 multiplied by 4, 9 into 4. Okay, then we'll take third column. Okay, Now first row and third column, we have to multiply their corresponding elements. So 6 multiplied by 0. So we'll get here 6 into 0 plus 9 is multiplied by 8. So we have to write this here. And because there is no further column, so we have to stop here. Okay. So we have to stop here. There is no further column. So now what we have to do? We have to repeat the same with row 2. Now we have to take the row 2 here and we have to repeat the same act that we have done here. Okay. So 2, 3, the element of first row multiplied by the element of the first column. So 2 into 2, we are getting here 2 into 2 and then 3 into minus 7 and we have to add them. Okay. And now we have to move further. Now we have to take the column number 2. This is the column number 2 here. So second row, second column, 2 multiplied by 5. We have to write it here 2 into 5 plus then 3 into 4. Okay. And then we have to move further to the third column. The third column is this 0, 8. So now we have to multiply 2 with 0. So that is 2 into 0 plus 3 multiplied by 8, 3 into 8. And we have to stop here, and because there is no further row, so we cannot move in the row and neither we can move in the columns. Now we have to simplify this one. So what we have here, you can do easily. 6 2 times is 12 and 9 7 times is 63. Here we have 30 plus 36, 9 4 is 36. This is 0 plus 9 8 is 72. Here we have 4 minus 21. Here we have 10 plus 12. Here we have 0 plus 24. Okay. So now we have to write these elements. So 12 minus 63 will be negative, okay, of 51. 51. And here we have 30 plus 36 will be 66. 0 plus 72 is 72. Then we have 4 minus 21 is minus 17. And then we have 10 plus 12 is 22. And then we have 0 plus 24 as 24. And the order of this matrix will be, what will be the order of this matrix? Whatever is left here, 2 and 3. So 2 rows and 3 columns. So it is the matrix of 2 rows and 3 columns. I hope that this is clear to you. In this way, you can multiply 2 matrices. Okay, matrix A by matrix B. Now let's see in the same question whether you can multiply matrix B with A. Okay, matrix B with matrix A. Now what is the order of matrix B? The order of matrix B is 2 by 3. So this is 2 by 3 and the order of matrix A is 2 by 2. Okay, this is 2 by 2 and we want to multiply. Okay, now to multiply this, what's the rule? The number of columns of first matrix should equal to the number of rows of second matrix. So what are the number of columns here? It is 3. And the number of rows here is 2. So are they same? They are not same. Not same. So it means what we have? We cannot multiply B by A. So BA is not defined here. What we have to say it as that multiplication BA is not defined. But AB is defined. So we can multiply A and B here, but we can multiply B and A. Okay, BA is not defined. So that's why the multiplication of matrices is not commutative. That is, if you have AB, then that cannot be written as BA. I hope that the multiplication of matrices is clear to you. Now let's take the properties of multiplication of matrices. Okay, the first one is the commutative law. Just we have seen that in the previous example that the matrix AB was defined but BA was not defined. So it is not necessary that the product of 2 matrices can be commutative. So sometimes AB is equal to BA, but sometimes they are not equal. AB is not equal to BA. So it means we can say that this matrix multiplication is not commutative. It is not commutative in all cases. Okay, in some cases it can be commutative, but not in all cases. Okay, now we have the next associative law. Associative law, suppose we have the three matrices A and B and C such that their multiplication is defined, then we can write this as that we can multiply BC first, okay, and then we are multiplying A in it, or we can multiply AB first, then we can multiply C, but the multiplication should be defined here. Okay, so then matrix multiplication is obeying the associative law, that is, you can put the bracket anywhere, there is no problem. The next we have the distributive law. The distributive law, again we have the three matrices such that their matrix multiplication is defined. Okay, so then matrix A multiplied by with the sum of two matrices B plus C, then this matrix A can be distributed over B and C. So we can write this as AB plus AC. Okay, I hope that this is clear to you. Or A plus B multiplied by C, we can write this as AC plus BC. So this distribution can be from left or right, there is no problem. Okay, and then in the last we have the existence of multiplicative identity. You have seen that in addition we have the additive identity. Similarly in multiplication we have the multiplicative identity. Suppose you are multiplying a number 3 by 1, you are getting 3, okay, or 1 by 3. Then this one is known as multiplicative identity. Similarly here in matrix multiplication, if you have a matrix A and you have identity matrix, so that their multiplication is defined, okay, so and you are getting matrix A, so identity matrix is multiplied by A and you are getting matrix A, and that can happen because you know I is a square matrix, so that can happen only in square matrices. So AI is equal to A or I into A is equal to A, then this I is called identity matrix. Okay, this I is called the identity matrix and multiplicative identity here, because when you will multiply this I to any matrix, okay, then you are getting the same matrix A. So these are the properties of the matrix multiplication. Okay, now next we have the zero matrix as the product of two non-zero matrices. Okay, you know, if you have the two numbers, two real numbers A, B is equal to 0, the product of A and B is 0, then you know either of them is 0, either A is 0 or B is 0. Okay, it means one of them will be 0. Okay, but in matrices it is not happening. If you are taking two non-zero matrices, suppose we have matrix A, okay, 0 0 1 5, and we have matrix B, suppose here we have minus 3, okay, 7 0 0. So what are you saying here, that A and B, these are two non-zero matrices, okay, these are two non-zero matrices, and when we will multiply them, then see what will happen. A into B, 0 1 0 5, this is the first one. The second one is minus 3 7 0 0. What are the orders of these two? This is 2 by 2, this is 2 by 2. So you are seeing here that we can multiply them. Okay, this is 2, this is 2, they are same. So we can multiply them. Let's multiply them and see what will happen. So we have to multiply first row with first column. So 0 multiplied by minus 3 is 0, plus 1 multiplied by 0 is 0. Now this first row is multiplied by this second column. Okay, 0 multiplied by 7 is 0, 1 multiplied by 0 is 0. Okay, now we are taking the second row. Okay, second row. The second row is multiplied by 2 to first row. So 0 multiplied by minus 3 is 0, 5 is multiplied to this second element is 0. Then we have to multiply this row to the second column. So 0 multiplied to 7 is 0, 5 is multiplied to 0 is 0. So what are you seeing here, that you are getting a 0 matrix, okay, of order 2 by 2. So what we have here, the product of two non-zero matrices is a 0 matrix. So AB is equal to a 0 matrix. Okay, so this can happen in matrices. The product of two non-zero matrix can be a 0 matrix. Okay, sometimes in board exam they can ask this question, okay, in 2 marks. I hope that this is clear to you. Let's take this example. You have to find out a square minus 5a plus 6i if matrix A is equal to 2 0 1 2 1 3 1 minus 1 0. So this matrix is of order 3 by 3. Now you are seeing here that for a square, first you have to find out a square, then minus 5a and then 6i, where I is the identity matrix of the same order. So first of all in this question we have to find out a square. Okay, now a square means we have a multiplied by a, so we have to write this matrix A 2 times here. So 2 0 1 2 1 3 1 minus 1 and 0, and then I am writing it again 2 0 1 2 1 3 1 minus 1 and 0, and now we have to multiply these two matrices. Okay, so let's see what we will get. So what's the rule? The rule is that the order of this, the number of columns of this should equal to the number of rows, because both are the square matrices of the same order, so they should be equal. Okay, so now we can multiply here. So you have to take this first row, and this first row is multiplied to the first column. Okay, if you have the problem in this, then you can write this first row on one sheet of paper in this way. Okay, this is the first row, so you can write here 2 0 1. Okay, and then you can multiply this this first row to this first column, 2 multiplied by 2, 0 multiplied by 2, 1 multiplied by 1. So what we get here, 2 multiplied by 2, okay, plus 0 multiplied by 2, and then 1 multiplied by 1. Okay, now we have to multiply this first row to the second column. So now you can write it here, that you have the idea how you have to multiply. So 0 multiplied by 2, okay, 0 multiplied by 2 you have to write here 0 into 2, and 1 multiplied by 0, 1 into 0, and then minus 1 is multiplied by 1, so you are getting here plus 1 plus minus 1 multiplied by 1. Now for the third one, you can write again this row here. So 1 multiplied by 2, 3 multiplied by 0, 0 multiplied by 1, and that can be written here. So 1 multiplied by, okay, 1 multiplied by 2 plus 0, 3 multiplied by 0, and then 0 multiplied by 1. Okay, similarly you can do with the second row, okay, with the help of the paper. I hope that that is clear to you. So 2 1 3 in the first column, so 2 2s are 4. Okay, you can write it directly. If you are writing first time, then you can write this in this way, 1 multiplied by 2, okay, then 3 multiplied by 1, and then we will take the second column. Okay, second column, 2 multiplied by 0 plus 1 multiplied by 1, 3 multiplied by minus 1, and then we will take the third column. We have to multiply this into the third column. So in third column you have 2 into 1, 2, first to first, second to second, third to third, 1 into 3, and then 3 into 0. Similarly with the, we will do the same with the third row, first column. So 1 multiplied by 2, okay, we have 1 multiplied by 2, minus 1 multiplied by 2, 0 multiplied by 1. 1 multiplied by 0, second column will take now, and minus 1 multiplied by 1, 0 multiplied by minus 1. Then we will take the third column. So 1 multiplied by 1, minus 1 multiplied by 3, plus 0 multiplied by 0. Okay, I hope that this is clear to you. Now we have to write that 2 2s are 4 plus 0 plus 1. Okay, 2 2s are 4 plus 2 plus 3. In this way you can write 2 minus 2 plus 0, and here 0 2s are 0 plus 0 minus 1. Here we have 0 plus 1 3 into minus 1 is minus 3, 1 0 is 0. Here we have minus 1, 0 into minus 1 is 0. Then we have 1 into 2 is 2, 3 into 0 is 0, 0 into 1 is 0. Then we have 2, 1 into 3 is 3, 3 into 0 is 0, 1 into 1 is 1, then minus 1 into 3 is minus 3 plus 0. Okay, so what's the value of a square now? The value of a square is coming here, so I am writing it here. A square is equal to, so 4 plus 1 is 5, then 4 plus 2 6 plus 3 is 9, 2 minus 2 will cancel, you will get 0. Here we have minus 1, this is 1 minus 3 is minus 2, 0 minus 1 plus 0 is minus 1. Here we have 2, 2 plus 3 is 5, okay, 1 minus 3 is minus 2. So that is the value of a square, okay. I hope that a square is clear to you. So let's remove it from here. So we have the value of a square here. This is a square. So now we have to find out the value of 5a, minus 5a, okay, minus 5a. Minus 5a means that a is multiplied by minus 5. Okay, 2 0 1 2 1 3 1 minus 1 0. So it means each and every element of this matrix is multiplied by minus 5. So minus 5 into 2 is minus 10. Minus 5 into 0 is 0. Minus 5 into 1 is minus 5. Minus 5 2 times is minus 10. Then minus 1, 5 1 minus 5. Minus 5 into 3 is minus 15. Here we have minus 5. This will be plus 5. Minus 5 into minus 1. And here we have 0. Minus 5 into 0 is 0. So that is the value of minus 5a. And then in the last we have 6i. Okay. Now what is the meaning of I? I is an identity matrix. Okay, that you know already. So the order of identity matrix should be the same as the order of matrix A. So this I should be of order 3 by 3. That is a square matrix of order 3. So a square matrix of order 3 is this one, 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. And now this is multiplied by 6. So we are getting 6 0 0 0 6 0 and then 0 0 6. So now we have the value of a square minus 5a and 6i, and now we have to add them. Okay, so therefore a square minus 5a plus 6i is equal to, now here we have to, so just we have to add them. Okay, you can write here them in this way. First the value of a square, that is 5 minus 1 2, then we have 9 minus 2 5. Here we have 0 minus 1 and minus 2, I have copied it. Okay, then plus the value of minus 5a, the value of minus 5a is minus 10 0 minus 5, minus 10 minus 5 minus 15, minus 5 5 and 0. And then we have to write the value of 6i. The value of 6i is this, 6 0 0 0 6 0 0 0 6. And you are seeing that they are of the same order, so now we can add them. So 5 minus 10 plus 6. So 5 minus 10 plus 6, what will be? 5 plus 6 is 11, minus 10 is 1. So we are getting 1 here. So minus 1, 0, 0, we are getting minus 1. 2 minus 5 plus 0, that is minus 3. Then we have to add the corresponding elements. Okay, so 9 minus 10 plus 0, you are getting minus 1 here. Minus 2, minus 5, minus 7 plus 6 is minus 1. Then 5 minus 15 plus 0 will be minus 10. Okay, 0 minus 5 plus 0 is minus 5. And then we have minus 1 plus 5 plus 0 is 4. Okay, minus 2 plus 0 plus 6 is plus 4. Okay, so that's the value of a square minus 5a plus 6i. Okay, so in this way you can solve this type of the problems. Okay, I hope that this is clear to you.